This is my second video today, and I was actually going to do one on Suzumi Mibachi. This is from Bleach. This is Captain Soi Fong, Captain of Squad 2, Zanpakuto, and its Shikai form. I've noticed this summer when I went to go looking for tutorials based on Soi Fong and Retsu Unohana, there's none anywhere. I've checked every single place, and they didn't have any on this. So the first attempt that I did was out of felt, and it didn't come out very well. It actually broke while I was at the convention that I went to. It's called Phantom Con or Phantom Conquest. It's put on by the University of Pensacola. It's in northern Florida. And I was thinking after I came back from the contest that I should remake Suzumi and make a tutorial for everyone to know how to actually make her. So we're making a little hornet. That's what Suzumi means. So what you'll need for this, an X-Acto knife. These are like my favorite thing to use ever. And 3 types of scissors. I have these orange handle ones, which are longer and can cut through a lot of stuff. I think they're like fabric scissors, but I turn these into all-purpose scissors. I have these little green school safety scissors. I normally cut this out with other objects as well, but it's really good. And then I got these little tiny metal ones. You can get this from like a cosmetics thing. Yeah, so that's how I got this one. Another thing to point out, this is all made from cardboard. Every single piece of it, including the little chain links. Another thing you need is Velcro. I don't have any on me right now. I used it all on this. So you have to get that. Another thing, I use paper towel tubes and toilet paper tubes. Depending on the size of your arm, depends on the number of toilet paper and paper towel tubes you'll need. I normally went with one. That's how I made the other one. I only used one paper towel tube and about 4 or 5 little toilet paper tubes. First thing you'll want to do when we're making this is to actually look at the reference pictures. In order to do this, I recommend pulling up the videos or the shows of Bleach. I used season 1 when Soi Fong fought against Yoruichi when they first met after 110 years. And I sat there and did screenshots that I later pasted together and created just about a 360-degree collage so I know all directions of this. You can also buy Suzumi on the whole entire cosplay sites. I've seen them. They're really not that impressive. I actually ran into someone who actually bought one at the convention. He actually liked mine a lot, and I was very happy. This will take about an hour and a half, 2 hours if you're very fast at it, like I am. But another thing, you had to get yellow and black paint. I don't have any on me right now. Yeah. So the first thing you'll need to do is, well, make sure you have your hot glue gun on. That's the main thing, how to make everything work. Is I'm going to take a toilet paper tube using the orange handle scissors. I could have used the other ones, but I wanted a straight cut, and cut up the side and flay it out like this. I base this on the wrist. This is how you get the base of the wrist. And then you take another one, since this one's made up of 2 of them, because of the fact you had to have this slightly long, because if you notice in the actual picture, this gauntlet, which is what Suzumi is actually, goes almost up to her elbow. That's a good reference point. And the first one should overlap the second one, similar to this. Don't worry, won't look like this anytime soon, but this is a really good reference point. You need to do this again for the underside of the gauntlet. So hold on. And another thing, when you do this, it's really essential to look at the pictures and also to base it off your own measurements, because all these are like custom fit to the maker. So unless you borrow someone's arm, it should fit you. And take a bead of glue and be very careful and run it along inside the pot inside of this. Be careful, this is extremely hot. Make sure it lines up and hold it there. Also, don't do this over anything that you could spill hot glue on and ruin. For this, I recommend low temp, but unfortunately I only have a high temp hot glue gun and it hurts very bad when you burn yourself. So, hot glue, this piece. Do not try this on right after you hot glue it. I learned that mistake when I tried on a mask after I hot glued a piece on. I ended up like cutting myself and burning myself. It hurt very bad. You do the same thing to the bottom half. And they should line up pretty evenly. So you got 2 of these. So these is the base for your gauntlet. And these things roll away, so you might want to put these in like some place within reach. The next thing you want to make would be this piece. This is the yellow insert that goes on top of this. Yeah, you might want to make this. When you make this, it's key to bend it and press the pieces of the cardboard as you do this. So, here we go. When you do this, you'll cut about, say about an inch or 2 wide on a strip. Like this. And crease it in down the middle. So you have the point. And then you come in on the side and you crease it right here and fold it inward, and do the same to the other side. All these things I do, I have really no pattern for, so I figure out as I go along. So when I do it a second time, I can do it extremely, well, faster. And on this, it's really a guesstimation on how big you need the cardboard, due to the fact it goes on your own preference. But I try to do it as close to the anime as possible. And once you have this, I know it doesn't line up at the bottom, because this is actually not supposed to. Because you're going to end up cutting off a piece of this and flaring it out. So at the side that you sew is a front. And also another thing is you might want to make sure that this is big enough for you to fit your chains in. When you push this, make sure that you have slightly of a defined shape on the triangle, but make sure that it's slightly flattened out at the top, but really not obvious, because this will actually make it easier to fit the chains in. I glue that about about a third of the way down, because we want it having cut it. With the cutting, you really and truly want to try to get it even on both sides so it doesn't look wonky. And also make it so where it comes to a point. And this excess piece you normally get, you're going to cut that out as well. Like so. Woo! Paper went everywhere. And that is the top piece to your gauntlet. Make sure it's well pointed. But if you can't get it with these scissors, that's what these little ones are for. I'm not sure if we have to use the X-Acto knife on this, but I don't know for sure. Might need it. So it's always good to have one of those around. Also, make sure you have paper left on this, on the bottom half, because that's what you're going to set on the actual thing. Squish it down a little so you have a flat base, like so. Then with this is actually the fun part. Well, you make this thing, which is relatively simple in theory until you actually get to it. You use the paper towel ones since they're more stable, and actually it's actually a little thicker than the toilet paper tube, so it holds up better. I don't know how well this will work for a convention because I didn't take this to the convention since I didn't make it until afterwards. So with this, I would cut a section, like long ways, well, this way, cut it upwards. Also, another thing you need to have for this would be a marking utensil. I'm using a pencil. And this gauntlet should be fitted for your left hand, since if you're doing an accurate cosplay, Sword Falling is left-handed. So I use my pointer finger because it's about the same size as my middle finger. So when you do this, but you can use your middle finger and base it off of that. When you do this, make sure it fits your middle finger like so. It's going to create a weird cone-like shape, but it's okay because you need it that way. Hold on. And take a bead of hot glue and you glue it right here. and you press. Be careful, the glue you'll feel it through the heat through the cardboard, but it should not burn you if you're doing it right. If you do it wrong, then well, you're doing something wrong and you're about to get burned, which sucks. So I know getting burned is not fun. Okay, you have this, and I noticed that this does not fit your finger like it's supposed to on Suzumi, so you have to cut it a little. That's where this is your best friend. When you make this, you're very sure you want to go slow, or you'll end up messing it up. Remember, this side is what goes and gets hidden slightly. So pick the side that makes you happy and cut a V. When I say cut the side that makes you happy, that means the one with the seam. Because if you don't cut the seam, you're going to messing it up. And you have this weird little flap in here. I normally just glue this down. This makes for a good press. And if you see glue bubbling out, it is best to take a pair of scissors or something that's not your finger and like rub it off so it comes smooth. And you have this piece. And on this, it's really just go so it fits your finger. This curve right here is what you're making where the V is. Just go until it feels comfortable, because this is really about comfort on fitting it and also staying to the shape and the whole entire essence of Suzumi. And now you make it so it curves upward. So this will take a few minutes. And if you can't cut it through with these, go back to the thicker scissors or the little school craft scissors. Be mindful of your fingers, because they don't regrow. Try this on as you wish. It should be comfortable. If it's not, then keep whittling with your scissors. You should have a piece like this. I know there's a square cut out right here, and that's how it's supposed to be for right now. Once you get to this point, you'll want to make sure that you have a pretty good, Hey everyone, sorry about the skippy video. I didn't realize my camera had a power save option and it turned itself off. Hey everyone, sorry about the skippy video. I didn't realize my camera had a power save option and it turned itself off. But after I finished this piece, which is exactly what I've done, last part that you saw, I made the second piece by using the same method. But after I finished this piece, which is the base, the last part that you saw, the top part right here, I made the second piece by using the same method, just cutting the piece of paper a little bigger, and making sure that the top part right here is narrower at the top and wider at the bottom. And the top piece, I just something like this, turn same narrower at the top and wider at the bottom. Just went like this. And the top piece, it's easier to use a corner turn to make the top same type thing. And after that, I just cut it like diagonal. And it's easier to use a corner with hot glue so to make the top that it. And after that, I just cut it diagonal and like feel the tip of it with hot glue so stab someone with it metaphorically. Actually used it for its purpose. Like bend when you. After that, like I explained someone with it metaphorically. On the bottom half, you have to cut out 2 V's. After that, I explained from the V's, you have the middle. On the bottom half, cut out, you have to cut out 2 V's of the actual gauntlet. And from the V's, you have the middle piece on, and then you put the smaller piece on and make sure they line up the actual gauntlet. The gauntlet and you glue itself. The bigger piece on, and then you put the smaller piece on and make sure they line up with we have the gauntlet itself. These diagonals that you paste from there. Glue. We're back to this. We have these diagonals. Yeah, these that you glue. I just glued them on, and the just triangles. Yeah, right triangles. Yeah, these that are really long. I just glued them on. Put the bottom ones on triangles, and first. Right from there, that were really long. And I put the bottom ones on, and first, and from there, but you end up taking these and you interlace them across, and you glue them down, and from there you cut off the excess. You end up taking these and you interlace the bottom part across, take and you glue them down, and from there you cut off the excess. So you put this over out. On the bottom part, you glue it onto here. Cut from there. Along the back part, we assembled this out. The top piece, you notice that there has 2 triangles on either side, and the top piece has we assembled this. You have to make sure that you notice that there has 2 triangles on either side, and the top piece has a triangle. When you glue this together, be very careful. You will burn yourself with this, but you fit it inside each other. The first piece that we made, when you glue this together, be very careful. You will burn yourself. The second piece we made is but you fit it inside each other. First piece that we made is right here, and it should fit pretty well. The second piece we made is there. You take a single piece, and we glue them all together, paper, and it should fit pretty well. In half, and you glue there, you take a single piece right here, and the other half of it, right there. So you have this in half, and you glue it. This is one piece right here, and the other half of it right there. So you have this circle. This is then attached by you attach them with these. They're just a whole bunch of little pieces. You attach them with these. Like they're just a whole bunch of little pieces. And from there, you take it paper like this that we just folded. Oh, here they are. I made 2, and from there, multi chain. You take it. You take these and you glue it in here, and you paint according. I made 2 the actual multi chain. Take these and you glue it in here, and you paint first 2 pieces right here the actual yellow. The back piece right here is black. These first 2 pieces right here are yellow. 2 yellow bands piece right here on each side that are unconnected, and the bottom base is trimmed out in yellow. Same here with this. 2 yellow bands on each side that are unconnected, and the bottom base is trimmed out in yellow. You just fit a piece of this. That's the other thing. Remember that triangle that's cut out here? You just fit a piece of normal just to hide that. And then this paper on this and there. The 2 V's just to hide that. You paint yellow. This you paint all black. Then on this, the 2 V's. We paint 3 yellow stripes right here. This you paint all black with and a yellow band down the bottom. You'll get this. On the top, 3 yellow stripes right here. these two
yellow band down at the bottom.
Triangles up here are painted yellow. The chain is painted yellow. Yeah, this piece is painted yellow. This is all painted black. Triangles up here are painted yellow. At the bottom with yellow. And you put this piece is painted yellow. This is all painted black. And then you like trim it out at the bottom with yellow on it. And you put three on each side. The bottom ones are the longest, and the top one's the shortest. Second one is about in between those two sides, and they all the bottom ones are the longest, and these this is about top one's the shortest. I am second one is about in between those two sides, and they all point to this piece. This is about another 40 minutes on the video. I am sorry about my camera going on Fritz, but I hope that this helps you learn how to make Suzuki Hibachi. I'll try and make some more. I'm sorry for cosplay, but I hope that this helps. If you have any ideas of any cosplay that you want done, I'll try and make some find any tutorials on it for cosplay. Just comment, or if you have any ideas of any cosplay that you want done, or you can't find any tutorials on it, and I'll try to make or email me and I'll leave my email address so you guys can do that, and I'll try to make it and have you guys watch it or something. Well, thank you.